Hello there. In this video I'm going to give you 4 tips for buying a house or apartment. I bought my first property in 1986, so I've learned some stuff along the way, and hopefully what I have to say to you will be of assistance and value to you. The first thing is finances. Don't overlook necessary outlays and expenses that you will incur. It's easy to get focused on just the purchase price. That would be a mistake. You need to provide for a valuation report for the bank. You need to provide for a surveyor's report for yourself, a structural survey. You need to budget for stamp duty, which is 1% of the purchase price. You need to budget for property registration authority fees to register you as the owner of a property after the purchase and to register the bank's mortgage. You need to allow for legal fees. Obviously you're going to need a solicitor. This will depend on how much or who does the legals for you. And you'll also need to budget for other outlays such as commissioner for oaths fees and legal searches. Second tip I would give you is that it's to do with the age-old cliche that the 3 most important things to do with property are location, location, location. Similarly, the day you buy is the day that you sell. Location is critical from an investment perspective. Even though you're going to live in the house and use it as your home, it is an investment. It's an expensive investment, probably the biggest investment you may make in your life, and you want to be sure that you get it right. My advice, if you're faced with the choice, and most people are faced with a choice because they need to measure their cloth to, cut their cloth to suit their measure. If you're faced with a choice, buy the worst property in the best area rather than the worst or the best property in the worst area. So buy the worst property in the best area and the best rather than the best property in the worst area. Location is the key. The third tip I'd give you is to get a structural survey carried out. This is not to be confused with a valuation report. Our valuation report is for the bank, it's for the loan, and a lot of the time it's done on a drive-by basis. A structural survey is a proper report, a proper survey of the house to see that it's structurally sound, carried out by an engineer or an architect. Don't rely on family or friends for this survey. Make sure that the engineer or architect has professional indemnity insurance, and ask him or her to confirm that further investigation is not required in relation to pyrite. He won't confirm whether there's pyrite in the property or not, but he should be able to confirm whether further investigation is required or not, and he'd do this by the pattern of cracking, if any, in the property. The fourth tip I'd give you is to listen to your solicitor, not because we're very clever, but because we're professional and because we have gone through this before and we know what to look out for. You may be in a hurry to rush in and sign the contract, but there are things that your solicitor will need to check very carefully. For example, planning permission and certificates of compliance with building regulations and planning permission. So be patient, let your solicitor do his or her job. This is a big investment for you, perhaps for your life. The final thing I'd say to you is good luck. I have a free guide there on my website, businessandlegal.ie. If you go to businessandlegal.ie/free reports, as you can see on the screen there, you get that free guide about buying or selling a residential property in Ireland. I think you'll find it useful. I hope you found this video useful too.